Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ian Bagg Bought a House, a podcast about me, Ian Bagg, buying a house on the eastern shore of Virginia and talking to my contractor friend, Michael Benedetto, as we redo the whole house and make it into a fantastic, beautiful home. Something to find on HDTV, things like that. Welcome, Michael. Let's make my house fantastic.
What's up, buddy? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah. My dog hasn't stopped shitting. Hasn't started shitting normal yet. But other than that, I said to my wife that I'm gonna have to take her back to the vet if she's, because I was late for this because I was cleaning up shit this morning everywhere, and I was like, this is why we will not be having children.
Or having the Benedetto children over.
The Benedettos can fuck up back to Italy. When Trump said he's going to take out that being born here makes you American, I'm like, finally we get rid of the Benedettos. Send them back to Italia.
That is, I'm sorry about permanently widening her whole GI system. I feel bad, man.
Don't feel bad. I don't know what it is. Karen's like, I think she might be trying to still get something out of her. I'm like, what you got stuck in there? It's fucking, how long can it be in there? It's been 3 weeks, for crap's sakes, since a lovely Canadian Thanksgiving party went awry and made my dog shit all over the place.
I didn't realize Canadian Thanksgiving could be so dangerous, but we'll keep a check on the girls.
You know what's funny is last night about 1 a.m., no, probably about midnight, somebody, these three people were swimming in the water right out front, and I'm like, first of all, it was freezing last night, and I could tell the girl wasn't from there, because she's like, I'm so glad I met you guys. I've never done things like this before. This is crazy. And the guy was pointing out palm trees to her, and look, at the wind comes to Santa Ana's, and see how it's curved up there. She's like, I used to have a boyfriend that had a curved one, and I'm like, oh god, is there gonna be a threesome right in front of the house on the sand, and we're gonna have to hear the it hurts, the salt, back into the water. The salt isn't lubricated. So, anyways,
sand and salt.
But I was like, I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up. I gotta do a big show in the morning. So I went to bed and woke up, and there was shit all over the balcony. So Pearl was
from them or from your dog?
From my dog. I don't know. I don't know how it ended. There may have been a dead body on the beach, but I didn't have time to look. So
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I didn't have anything as exciting happen at my house, but I did have my plumber put all my rough-in plumbing and underground plumbing.
It's all about plumbing on this show.
What's that?
It's all about plumbing on this show. You had plumbing done right, and Pearl doesn't have good plumbing.
That's right.
So,
well, you should get my plumber to work on Pearl, because Sean McNeil and McNeil Plumbing is the best plumber in San Diego.
He's your best friend. I could tell by the way you read it off the sheet.
Yeah. Sean? No, here, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Ooh, take that, Naomi.
Sean, put his picture up. I'll send it to you. Put the picture up. It's over here, I think. This side.
Don't try to point
Sean
pictures.
Is the best plumber in San Diego by far. And do you want to know why? What do you want from a plumber? You tell me what you want from a plumber. I'll tell you if he does.
Long underwear and boots.
I've never seen his ass. I've never seen his ass crack. So that's number one. He knows he has a belt, and he bends over, and you better watch out if he bends over, because he's a blue belt jiu-jitsu.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, what's his name again?
His name is Sean McNeil.
Sean McNeil, and his company's called?
McNeil Plumbing.
McNeil Plumbing, because he doesn't bend over, he McNeils.
He McNeils! Yeah! I'm going to offer him that.
Offer McNeil's Plumbing, never a bend over, always a McNeil.
Yeah, no, there's no crack.
Our prices will never bend you over.
Oh,
we'll McNeil in front of you to get your work.
That's right. No bending over, just McNeil.
That's a pretty girl with a hamburger. That's a McNeil.
But it's also perfect because we're working at a gay couple's house, and they prefer the Neil.
That took a weird turn there.
No, maybe not.
You and McNeil?
What? Wait. Well, here's another. Okay, so
you and McNeil's Plumbing are working at a gay guy's house?
Yeah, but I don't know if they're tops or bottoms, so I don't know if the kneeling or the bending over is preferred. But listen, here's the thing. I went into their shower, and I redid this whole shower, right? It's a nice, giant, gourmet shower. Well,
You three in the shower. You and McNeil in the shower, plumbing it up.
I didn't bring the black light, but I go over to the handheld. I had put a handheld on it, so it's got a rain head above, straight down,
The best.
and then there's a hand.
I love that in the shower. Coming right out of it. Can I interrupt you for a second?
No.
Is that more plumbing work by having it come right out of the middle of the roof? Is that easy or is that difficult?
It's not difficult. It's just if you weren't going to be removing the ceiling, then you got to be able to crawl up there and get in there. And if they have a really low ceiling there, so I had to demolish the ceiling to get up and do the plumbing correctly. So it's not harder to put that rain head there than on the wall, or to put them anywhere. You could have 17 of them. You can put them everywhere. It's just time and materials.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this out there. We're gonna do a challenge. I would like to do a a graph or a vote. How many people love a rain shower coming right out of the ceiling or on the wall? So put in wall or ceiling, and next week we will add it up. We'll put it on Facebook. This is on Ian Bagg Bought a House Facebook, and just put wall or ceiling, and we'll know what you're talking about, and that'll get people talking. What are they talking about, wall or ceiling? So one vote right now. You can do roof, ceiling. I'm ceiling.
Ceiling. I like them both. That's why I'm going to do both in our shower at home. I'm doing a handheld. Do
both in the same shower?
Fuck yeah, absolutely. You could do. Could do
another answer. Both. Wall, ceiling, or both.
So you can do a rain head, you can do the wall, you can do both walls, rain head, you can do body jets. You can do as much as you want. You just have to have a diverter for each.
You ever gotten a blowjob during a storm? Oh my God, I love rain head.
Hold on. I haven't finished my story though.
Okay, go ahead.
So I go in there and I get the handheld and I grab it because I wanted to wash something off, and then I realized this isn't the handheld I put on here.
This one's got a cock attached to it.
Well, yes.
No way.
It was. I go, what the fuck is this? And it's a bullet. It's just a giant stainless steel bullet, and it's just got little holes at the very end. And I go, this is a dude douche attachment.
A boudet or whatever they call it.
Yeah, a boudet. This is for cleaning out the back end. And I was like, fair play. No, I shouldn't. I should have looked before I grabbed. First of all,
I shouldn't just be grabbing things in a guy's shower.
But I didn't think about that. I'm like, that's the purpose.
You can't do that at your house because one of your kids will be in there pretending it's a microphone. And I'm going to dance forever. And then you walk in. Well, my kids are get away from there. And then you have to clean up puke all over the place.
To answer your question, you can have as many shower heads in as many places as you want, but you need what's called a diverter for it. Right. So on the wall, like let's say in most bathrooms, if you want the shower to go on and you're in a tub, you pull the little diverter tab up on the tub spout, and it diverts the water to that. But you can have actual diverters that you turn in the walls. So you can have one for body jets, one for rain head, one for two at a time. But you need diverters.
You know what's interesting about the diverters is I stay in a lot of high-end hotels because I'm a very popular comedian that travels the world. And in the high-end hotels, they love to hide the diverter. So
really?
You're sitting there like for 5 or 6 minutes trying to figure out how the fuck do I get the water to come out of this goddamn thing? I just want to scrub my balls.
We talked about this before. There's no standardized way that they do faucets and shower valves and stuff. Everyone does their own fucking thing, and so it's maddening sometimes figuring out, okay, how do I install this and how do I operate that?
I like it. I get it. I get that everybody wants to have their own thing because that's how you come up with better ideas, because somebody will do something and then another company go, hey, look what they did. We're going to do something like that. So I get that. That's what is evolution, I'm guessing. But still, it's annoying.
No, that part of it, I'm with you. Keep evolving and get better ideas should win. Better design should win, right? But on my end, installation is also done that way too, where there isn't a standard 1, 2, 3, or 4 ways to install like kitchen faucets. I've got like 24 different ways that they want me to install it, and most of them suck. So you're like, just pick one that's really good. We've got a few that are really good.
I understand. So. Well, anyways, we went off on that. That is McNeil Plumbing in San Diego. Their phone number is 800 touch my nuts.
Or you could look at what Renee
right
puts
there,
up on the
right
screen.
There. It's not. Thank you, Mr. McNeil, for putting plumbing into my buddy's house.
Sean's a bad motherfucker.
Sean
Absolutely.
McNeil. What did you say? He's a blue belt?
He's a blue belt. He and I met on a.
What level's that?
That's just
medium?
Below the middle. So you go white, blue, purple, brown, black.
Yeah.
So
Renee's a blue belt. He's not impressed at all. Renee's a blue belt. Renee showed me this house. He's like, check this house out, because he's looking to buy a house.
Oh, really?
And he goes, it's got a dirt bike track in the back. And I'm like, where's this? He goes, oh, it's an hour and a half from here. And it's like $200,000, and it's like, we've got this beautiful house. And he's like, what a great deal. I'm like, you're gonna drive 2 hours a day and 2 hours back again, so you had to sit on a dirt track. And I go, do you ride dirt bikes? He goes, no.
No.
So the people that help us, the people that work on this show and run it, are as bad as I am when it comes to mental getting off track immediately. Hey, what's that? We need monkey bars. So,
that's why you're there and I'm here.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I love it. I love doing the show, just to let everybody know.
Yeah. Well, if Renee rolls, we should definitely, when we meet up, I'll bring some wrestling mats and a gi. We'll roll.
Oh my God. He hasn't wrestled in many years, and he doesn't want to pull his groin muscle.
All right. Well, we'll all beat up Ian.
Okay. Let's just do. If we keep it to boxing, I'll fight. But if we're gonna be, I hate because I can box, but I cannot wrestle. I can't. I've got a couple. I did a year of wrestling in high school, so I know takedowns. So well, I remember.
We don't have.
Here's my best wrestling story ever.
All right.
These two guys I was doing a show when I first started out in Canada, and we did bar shows. And upstairs, downstairs was a bar, and upstairs they had a beer store. And so I was waiting outside to go on, and somebody robbed the beer store. And, and they come running out, and I was just like, suddenly I was running with them. I'm like, where the fuck are you guys going? And I only knew my best wrestling move, and that was not even going low. No, it was get behind the leg and over, and just use the leverage on him, and just wham. He just he hit the ground so hard, but it gets better, and I'm just like, freeze! That's what I said. And I didn't know where to go from there, because I never caught a criminal. And he's lying there, and I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. It's like, and I'm just like, well, it's just me now. What am I gonna do? I'm like, well, you might as well keep running.
Did you tell him to go?
Because I'm like, nobody else seems to be coming. All I could think was, what if they weren't even robbing that place? What if they're just buddies with the guy that works there? And like, okay, you get back in there. And I go out there, and I'm sure I broke his hip the way he was running away. I also did one other time. I did a good takedown in Reno at the Silver Legacy Hotel, which is the shittiest. Reno's the shittiest, and the Silver Legacy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The Silver Legacy is a fucking shit hotel. I don't care. You're not gonna book me. I don't get booked there anyways. If you name your fucking hotel Silver, that means it's second place.
Third if it's platinum.
Yeah. It's second. You're not even. Welcome to the bronze event. You know what I mean? It's go with gold, you dipshits. Anyways, and this is again fairly new to me living down here. So you still had the buckets full of coins, and this guy stole a bucket full of coins off an old lady and was running by, and I was waiting to go on stage again, and I just kicked his feet from underneath him, and those coins went everywhere. And then he got up, and it was just these. I was just like, well, there should be security everywhere in a casino. And I just I didn't move. No security. Like 10 minutes later, this guy that looked like Blue from old school shows up. I'm just like, anyways, let's get on to the construction part of this fantastic event.
All right, but if you want to box, you got to kickbox me then, because I ain't gonna just box with you, Mr.
I said no low stuff. I don't want to kick. You got that means you got hard shins. I don't.
All right, never mind. All right. we'll have fun. I'll just show you some techniques so you can wrestle with Renee effectively.
I love getting.
But anyway,
you know what my favorite is, and I know it's not good for your brain when you just get tagged so hard. You just got that ice. The ice goes down, and I love that feeling. I just like, you know what it does to me? It goes, oh, and then I go, you gotta fight harder. Don't fall down. I've had. I'm pretty sure. Is that an instant concussion? What is that? What is that?
Instant concussion.
Yeah, like when you get that ice feeling down your neck.
Oh
when
yeah,
that means you're out, right?
It means your occipital lobe went whack, and then your frontal lobes went whack, and then you're
probably had about 4 or 5.
You're dumber. You're dumber.
The last one I got, I used to. I don't even want to say where I was training because he'd probably call up and tell us not to say it again. I used to go down to Freddie Roach's gym. I used to train a little bit there. Pepper, his brother, used to train me.
Right.
I used to have a guy that had 3 strokes train me. Anyways, I was sparring one day and I got tagged like that. I'm 35. You know, I get tagged. I have to go do a show and none of the words are coming out right. And I'm like, all right, we're not going to the Olympics. We're done. I gotta fucking keep making money. Just stick to the bags. Stick to the punching of the bags.
All right. Well, speaking of bags, tool bags.
By the way, can I just say much before we go on? It's a kind of a Halloween show. This will come out out today, which is Saturday. But I hope everybody had a happy Halloween. These are 2 midget babies that I stole. Ooh. So I hope everybody had a great Halloween, was safe, got lots of candy and diabetes.
Well, I hope Renee puts up some spooky version of your house in the background.
Oh,
that would be good.
No, it's too late now.
It's too late now.
Too late now. Don't have that kind of power. So anyways, so last week we were talking about my horrible estimates that I got over a week's time.
For your columns,
for my columns
and the window.
So over a week's time, it's kind of come out that by the looks of it, I would say 75% sure I'm going to put Michael on a plane with me, and we're going to go out to the Eastern Shore, and we are going to do 4 days worth of work out there.
It's going to be awesome. It's so sad. What a sad state of affairs that you are so isolated you can't get some good bids. Although we're still going to try a little bit. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to try some bids up for the window. We're going to try to get some bids for the window coming up. But we're trying to figure out when.
But the listeners win. They're going to win here because if we go out, that means you get the first show how to and watching Ian do this work.
Well, the reason I decided that was the bids came back crazy high. I didn't, to be honest with you, I sent back an email and have not heard back from him. So my thought was he either didn't want the job and bid so high that he knew I wouldn't take the job, or thought I can pillage this guy. So the fact is that when there's no return, and it's not a fact, I guess my question is, if there's no return email after that, what do you think what was the move on behalf of that contractor?
That's just another flag for me that's not a guy to do business with. When I give bids to clients, I always say, hey, no problem if someone else has a better bid, or for whatever reason you decide not to go with me, just let me know either way. Because I want you to be confident that you could call me again in the future, not only for future bids, but to ask me questions if you go with someone else and you're not happy with it, or you feel like you're getting scammed. I'm just here as a resource. I got referred to you because I'm a reliable, trustworthy guy, and I love what I do. But when you don't get an answer from a guy, after you send him a nice note back going, yeah, that was out of my price range, and he just ignores you, and he gave you very short shrift the in-between times, that's not a guy you want to be in business with. You can't trust that guy. He doesn't establish trust.
There was too many flags. It was there was never any breakdown of materials, of work that needed to be done, or time. It was a very large number, and equaled probably about 80 to 100 hours for some unknown reason for the jobs. I also stopped on my morning walk with the dogs. I stopped a guy doing work on a house and explained what I needed done, and he estimated me $1,200 labor and whatever the window cost, which was 1/3 the price of what this person had. And
Yeah.
the other thing that bothered me about that was I would feel that it would be more expensive in the greater Los Angeles area than in Virginia.
Yep.
So
all those are flags.
So yeah,
absolutely.
So
you had to do, but so one of the things after you asked another guy about that, and you talked to me about it. That's why everybody at home is like, well, how can I figure this out? You get multiple bids. You get 3 or 4 bids. Those bids will shake out the bullshit. You'll go, oh, everyone came in there the same. I guess this is a reasonable price. Right. Or I got a bunch of variety, or I got a lot of details from this guy and nothing from this guy, and this guy was wrong. That's why you've got to do a bunch, so you get good information from the cluster that comes back.
And for the person that's very unknowledgeable like myself, this podcast helps me go through it and hopefully let you see, oh, I'm not being a dick by asking questions. I'm not a dick by asking for multiple estimates. You know, all these things.
You're
are right.
a dick for other reasons.
You're a dick because you're a dick, right? but I'm being honest. Like I was uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know if I can say no. And you know what I mean? And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that is a little bit. Some contractors hope for that kind of feeling in your head.
Absolutely. All salesmen do and contractors do. And the more distant the customer is from the knowledge base you need, it's mysterious. It is. It's
terrifying. It's a like you've said from the beginning, it's a living thing. And I'm just like, how do I get the collar around this giant house? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want your house to fall down. Columns that are failing. Oh my God, what the fuck does that mean? Mm-hmm. You know, but we're trying to demystify the building process. We're trying to demystify the bid process. All these things. But if there's one thing you should take from this, it's what you're saying. Don't not ask. Ask everything. These aren't bad questions, and feel like you have a right to say no, or let's put that on pause. I got to get another opinion. Fucking advocate for yourself, or you're going to get ripped off.
And it's okay. The person that you want to work with is not going to be offended by questions.
No.
I got my hair cut this weekend, and I'm wearing a hat right now. It's actually not that bad. It's not that bad of a haircut, but what I was going for was I said I've been going just up the sides and everything's hanging over, and what I want to do is I don't want it going around. I want it to go back down because I want it to kind of be a little bit of a hidden mohawk is what I want.
Yeah.
And the person started cutting, and I could feel instantly that she was shaving up the back of my neck. He, she, or whatever it was. It was very non-binary, whatever was going on. Anyways, but and I said, stop. I said, that's not what I asked for. Well, I haven't even started yet. I'm like, but you've already done something. And I'm like, and I'm just like, oh, okay, well, what do I do now? Do I walk out? And
so what'd you do?
I was like, okay, go ahead and finish. And when they handed me the mirror afterwards, I said, I don't need this. And she said, why? I said, you did whatever you wanted.
That's right. You didn't do it.
Who gives a shit? I've got what you wanted me to have, and I'm just like, thanks.
Oh,
and they went up to the front and they were right there. Was your haircut? Oh, it was fantastic. It was exactly what I asked for. You know what I mean? Like I did an undercut, and I tipped $2.50 because I'm like, all right, you want to fucking? I'm not gonna listen to you then. I know you probably want 20%.
Yeah.
So fuck you. That's at Floyd's Barber 99 in fucking Long Beach. Suck my dick, Eric, who I'm pretty sure was Aaron. What's that?
Take off the hat. Okay, so far it's okay.
It's okay on the top because I know but
turn around. Let's see.
That's not growing
down.
Oh,
she put a little.
That's shaved. That's shaved. I wanted my hair fucking long at the back, and she fucking shaved it instantly. It's not that bad of a haircut, but it's not what I fucking asked for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking.
And that's and we don't want that to happen on your house.
I look like Simple Ed on fucking what was that movie with where Tropic Thunder.
Oh right, Simple Jack.
Simple Jack.
Did you hear about
For what? Sean, why got in trouble for what?
For dressing up as Simple Jack.
Oh my God, people got to relax.
This weekend.
You can't dress up. So hold on. So they're mad at fucking.
Special Olympics.
No, but they're mad at him for dressing up as a character in a movie, but not mad at the movie. Like, that makes no sense at all. Fucking, I'm sorry, that's not what this show's about. But come on, get to it. Get to it, people. You got to pick your anger. You can't be mad at somebody for a fictional character.
Right.
That person, we're upset by that person that doesn't exist. That person that doesn't exist is hurt by what you've done to them.
Well, there's a lot of people that are pre-angry, and the trigger is to trigger the pre-angry people for that segment. Yeah. Well,
we're at 25 minutes. We gotta get back on the track here.
All right.
We gotta get into the segment. We gotta get into the segment. So we are going out to do this, and today I am going to put in some estimates for getting the window done. We're gonna go do the columns. We don't know when we're gonna go do the columns, but we are gonna go do the columns. But I'm gonna get an estimate.
You're sure about that?
I'm positive.
So
well, it's just the way it worked out. I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, I want to do the things that I want to do to it. And these fucking glasses are horrible. I lost my glasses.
All right, so we're doing the columns. You're going to get bids on that window, which will be the easiest thing to get bids for. You're going to have the most amount of people that can do that.
What we'll do is we'll show the bid. We'll show the bid afterwards. We won't show it live now because we've gone too long on this. Is that okay?
Well, so let's talk about then the column work we're going to do, because this is basically all carpentry that we're going to do.
Okay.
What do you know about carpentry? What have you done carpentry-wise?
None. That's why I'm just going to be carrying stuff for you while you do it.
Fuck that, dude. You're going to be cutting stuff. You're going to be doing stuff.
I'm fine with that. I'll do whatever you need me to do. We're going in fucking 10. We're coming back 8.
All right. So we're going to try to
I want to be a rocker at all times. I want to be missing these fingers.
Yeah, if you gotta cut the ones, because don't take my devil horns, right?
Yeah. Right. Shout at the devil.
So we're gonna be replacing those 6x6s in there. So there's things we're gonna have to do to prepare the job site. We're gonna have to get some tools there ahead of time,
right.
And then get some when we go get lumber. Those 6x6s, we got to scope out where we're gonna get that stuff. I want to get some pictures. We're gonna. Should we get your mother-in-law to do this, or someone else to do some pictures for?
I'll probably get my father-in-law. I would get him to take pictures of the front, the flooring, the cement flooring, the columns, right, and also the ceiling where we're going to replace is it fascia? What is that up there?
Well, you probably have tongue and groove 1x8 up there.
I want to
because you right now
perforated. Perforated. I want to change it completely, and I also want to put in recessed lighting.
Okay, so you want to do all that? Mm-hmm. Okay, we could probably knock that out, and that whole thing in 3 or 4 days, with or without painting. We'll see. But the painting, as you flash me, the painting work can be done by anybody if we can't get to that. But we're gonna. Oh, it's Halloween. That's right. That's spooky. So. But everything we're going to do is basically carpentry related, and it's going to be rough carpentry and finished carpentry. The rough carpentry is what we're going to do with the 6x6s. The finished carpentry is all the trim work we're going to do, where we want to dial that in really nice. You had a picture of columns that you liked, and maybe you can give that to Renee, which will pop up on the screen now.
Mm-hmm,
and these are squares.
And I also stopped by and talked to the guy that owned that house yesterday, and I didn't stop by. I just happened to be. He was walking out as I was walking by, and I said. Mm-hmm. I said, how did you buy the columns set? And he said, no, they actually made them when they're here. But he showed me something that I really liked. He had power outlets on them.
Okay.
Are we able to do that?
So, absolutely. Okay. We can make it so there's a light, a sconce or light fixture can be there, or you can have an outlet there. But you have to build that out. So, if you have the column, let's say, this pen is the column. Mm-hmm. Then we fur it out. So we're going to put some wood along the vertical length of all sides.
Right.
So we can create a gap in there to get wiring in there.
Okay.
So the wiring that if we can tag into a wire that isn't a switch leg, but is actually a hot wire that we can put into those 2 columns from the open ceiling in there before we close it up, we can drop that in there.
Oh,
we can run
So it would run off the lights that are dropping, not the recessed lighting. That was
If we can find a dedicated line in there, if it's just a switch leg, that means that it'll be controlled. Well, we could do that too. If you want those lights controlled at the same time as the lights that are going to be recessed cans, that can all be on one switch. So, and if you don't, then we have to find some heat in the wall there. So
I know I do know we won't have a problem with that. And the guy that does the electric work on the place, I would be able to hire him while I'm out there, and he'd come over and help us with that. No
Perfect.
Problem. So
if we can subcontract that out to him while we're doing that, that's great. And still more stuff for people to learn on the show. The more trades and tasks we can do while we're there, the better this is.
Okay.
And we're doing a time and materials. You're going to pay me time and materials to go out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only one thing we didn't talk about in time and materials versus a hard estimate is that if I'm an unknown quantity, I win if I move slow. So if I suck and move slow, you're like, oh, I don't want to do time and materials with Mike. Mm-hmm. But I do want to do it with him if I know he's a good quantity and he's not going to screw around. We both win on time and materials because it is what it is. You pay what it's actually worth.
Question.
Yeah.
When, what time of year can that be done?
So we can do this work anytime, year round, but we cannot be in the rain to be doing this or the snow. We don't want the materials to get wet. So as long as we can create a space where we work, either next to that or right there, where it's the wood's not getting wet, the trim's not getting wet, the glue, the paint, then you can do this in any temperature. I mean, if it gets fucking crazy below zero, probably avoid that. But
I think it would either be we'd have to do it, and my November is crazy, my December is crazy, January, February, March, maybe the end of March.
We could do we can fit that in, no problem. I mean, I have a big second story addition remodel.
See, that gives you time. That gives you time to do your stuff. And
yeah, but I could do it December. I could do it January, February, March, whatever you want. I can squeeze that in.
January, February, no. It's just going to be, that's when it's windy and snowing, and that's weather. That's out.
Okay, as long as we're confident in the columns, and what I'll have your father-in-law do is take.
I'm gonna have my father-in-law check it out. I have somebody check it out because one of my red flags is, yes, these columns need to be replaced. How bad are they? Because I had the place. Somebody do when we bought the place, which was 2 years ago.
Home inspection.
To do a home inspection, and that wasn't brought up.
Yeah.
So
well, here's what I suggest, because if we're gonna go out to do that, we're gonna do multiple things here. I suggest it's very worthwhile.
Sorry.
One of the skeletons died again. If we're going to start to do this, we're going to go out there and start doing this work, we should do a targeted home inspection. We should have one done that specifically investigates the things that we're going to go out and do and gives us information. This guy can scope this stuff like arthroscopic surgery, or he can take pieces off and put it back, because those posts may be fine underneath. But we may find, but it doesn't have a Simpson bracket on the bottom. It's just sort of toe-nailed in some way. Okay, so we use the same post, but we put a new bracket in there. We may find a bunch of stuff that's great news, and it's just sort of cosmetic issues.
Right. Okay.
So home inspection's worth it.
So I should hire another home inspector.
Yeah, but I'll help you research a good home inspector. I'll talk to him first.
Okay.
And I'll interview a couple guys and go, this is our guy. And we're going to send him to do specific tasks. And it's going to be cheaper than a home inspection because he doesn't have to write a giant report for us. That's
right. It's
40 pages long.
Yeah.
We pay $250 for a guy to go out and look at the specific things. We're like, the father-in-law, mother-in-law, they're well-intentioned. I need an expert to tell us
exactly.
about.
Okay, yep. That's done. Write that down, guys. We're getting a home inspection.
And anybody at home, you can do that. If you're concerned about your house, you don't have to be selling or buying a house.
Just get it inspected.
Call up a home inspector. Go, I don't need a giant report. I got some targeted questions. Can I buy it for 3 hours? Sure.
Okay.
So it's a good thing.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
You want to do tools?
It's
you
time for tools. It's time for tools. It's time for Mike's tools. And guess what? Ian brought a tool that Mike might not know that Ian was given.
Oh, you go first. You got a tool?
All right. Here's my tool right here. This is my tool. I've shown it. It's got a flashlight on it. It makes buttons.
Okay.
It makes noises when you turn it on. You do this with it. It looks like a pen. But you take it and you put it on a wire. Not that one. Wire, no. Where would I put it on a wire? I don't know. You find a wire and you put it on it, and it tells you if it's alive or dead.
Okay, then. Did you want me to guess what it was, or?
Oh, here. Okay, so hold on. Is it on? Let's make sure it's on. No, that's a flashlight. See how it's making a noise because power is going through it. Travis gave this to me because I talked about blowing my fingers off while touching electricity. And this tells you whether you know what it is. That's why I'm not asking you what it is. It tells you it's an electric pen, but no, it's not an electric pen. It's an electric. It tells you I still don't know what it is, and I have it. It tells you whether things have energy, electricity going through them or not, and whether you should have them turned off before you start playing with them.
Yeah, exactly. It's a wonderful tool, a little voltage tester. It's for the layperson, it detects electrical current. So you take this and it lights up, but then it just sits there, doesn't make a noise. And then you bring it over to an outlet or a wire, anything that could be having current flowing through it. And it will let you know if that's live or dead, on or off. It is an essential tool for all electricians, handymen, contractors. I always have one in my tool belt.
And so does Ian Bagg. Ian Bagg has one because he's now a contractor. That'll cost you $10,000.
You got the flashlight on it. I don't have that. That's a nice little feature. Very nice.
He works on Stranger Things.
No shit.
Yeah, he's a lighting guy on Stranger Things.
In Atlanta?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Anyways.
Oh.
Thank you.
It's all right. No one listens.
No, yeah. What, 100 people are going to tell 100 people?
Okay. What is this aggressive-looking thing?
Can I see the back of it?
Yeah.
I would say it's a glass remover. It's for glass. It suction cups onto the glass, and you tighten that up, and then you carry with that, you are able to carry the glass.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Oh.
This is spiky.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not suction cup.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know what it is. Looks.
This is called a carpet kicker.
Did you take it from those gay people's house?
I think they've had enough ribbing for today.
They love it ribbed.
They're going to fire me. They listen to the show.
Hey, listen to the show. Fellas, thank you for being part of the show, guys.
Fuck yeah.
Keep on scrubbing that butthole.
So
keep on keeping on, guys.
This is a carpet kicker. So you got some carpet.
Right.
This has a bunch of little metal spikes that will dig into but not tear the carpet. They grab the carpet when it's on the end or on a stair, where you got to push the carpet a little bit further. You kneel down on your hands and knees. You Sean McNeil down, and you knee this. You knee this while this is stuck on the carpet, and it pushes the carpet forward.
You sure this isn't those fellas thing?
As you push that carpet forward, this is in 3D now. You push the carpet forward, then you take a hammer or a tuck tool and you run it across the tack strip, which is little pieces of wood that have little nails sticking up, little spikes, and that grabs the carpet that way. So you got carpet, you push the carpet, it moves it over, and then you push the carpet down onto the tack strip, and this is what you'll see. If you look at any video, watch anyone doing carpet installs on stairs, they're constantly kicking it, tucking it in, and then rubbing it across and getting it in place so it's nice and tight. You want that carpet nice and tight.
I like my carpet tight.
I like
That way
my
you don't
coffee.
trip on it.
Yeah.
I like my coffee like the way I like my carpet laid.
I made a joke for that. You want to hear my joke?
Oh, Jesus.
I
You just turned into a 7-year-old. Hey, you want to hear my joke?
have a
You're
joke.
supposed to just sneak it in there, bro.
Okay,
It's like finger banging. You're just supposed to sneak it in there.
I like my. Oh wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I like my coffee like I like my women. Slutty.
Slutty.
That's not bad.
with big lips.
Okay. All right. Well, what's this? Do you remember? The callback.
It's a trowel.
No.
Well, I can't see it. It's a paintbrush.
No.
It's very bright.
No,
it's a smoother of smooth things.
No. We just went over this.
It's the fucking.
I go. Well, you touch
smaller one of those.
It's a tuck tool.
Oh.
So you take your tuck tool and you're going to tuck the carpet in the edges. So when that carpet's sitting there and there's stuff sticking up, you tuck it in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay.
You like your podcast, guys, like you like your coffee. Dumb.
Slutty. Dumb as fuck. Okay.
Dumb as fuck.
So, what is this? This is a bit of an obscure tool.
That's to get in the corners again, right?
So, this would be used for hardwood flooring, and it's an offset. So, when you're trying to put in, say, flooring that locks together, clicks together, tongue and groove, you'll take like a block, and you'll put it against, and you'll hammer it.
Sorry.
What the fuck are you doing?
I was just picking my nose for no apparent reason.
So
I like my friends like them. I like my nose pickable. Go ahead.
You take the pieces, you interlock them, and sometimes you have to hammer them in. Well, when you get to the edge, when you're close to the wall and you can't stick a hammer in or a block to knock the flooring in,
tuck that in there.
You'll take an offset. You'll stick this part right on the edge of that, and you'll hammer this side, and it'll tuck that in. So they make tools for everything. Every time you're like in a situation where you're like, fuck, I can't do this, there are tools for that, and the offset is a nice tool for installing tongue and groove hardwood flooring.
Tongue and groove, my friends. And what is that one called?
I call it an offset, and I forget what the other names are for it.
What's the other one called? The big one with looks like a German device.
So
the other one. The big one with that one. What's that one called?
Carpet kicker.
Carpet kicker. And then
not a carpet licker, carpet kicker.
Not a lesbian.
Well, you don't know. Don't assume it's sexual preference. And this is a tongue and groove tapping block. So a tapping block can be a piece of wood or a piece of plastic or whatever, but this would go against wood. And you would hit the tap block so it disperses the weight evenly and you don't make dents or mar the sides of the wood.
I love it.
Fuck yeah. I forgot to pull up some questions, so I'll do that while you talk to our listeners.
I'm going to tell you this week I'm going to be at the Irvine Improv. It's Saturday. I'm at the Irvine Improv, and next week I will be at the Tempe Improv in Phoenix, Arizona. Michael has a book called Kinder Trump. Every week a little cartoon comes out. This week I've seen the Caravan cartoon. It's very, very nice. Check that out on kindertrump.com for all your kindertrump.com needs.
All right.
You need a little bit more time? I can do it more.
I need a little more time. Why don't you say something funny?
Oh, I don't have anything. Hold on. I'll do it like you. I've got a joke. Tuesday night, I will be in Hermosa Beach Comedy and Magic Club, November 6th, which is Election Day. It is also my birthday. We're doing a big show on November 6th at Hermosa Beach Comedy and Magic Club. The Ian Bagg, please let the Democrats win birthday party. Sorry, I didn't want to tell anybody what way I leaned on this show, because I'm pretty sure Michael's shocked by it. You can tell by his face right now. I've never used a computer before. This is crazy.
Did you say something?
Nope.
Okay, I have a question from your sister. You want that one?
Oh my God. Is Ian really related to the family? Because he seems like a douche. Yeah, okay, go ahead. I think, we'll do my sister, and do we have one more after that?
Sure.
We'll do two, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay. Hi, Mike. I like you better than Ian. Okay, so I have a humidity issue. I have condensation all over my windows. She sent me a picture, and there's a bunch of condensation inside on the windows gathering.
Mm-hmm.
She said that her furnace was turned off and needing some repair, so she doesn't have the furnace fan going. The temperature dropped a lot, and all of a sudden there's lots of water collecting, especially in this one room. How do I fix this? I'm summarizing what she put there. So what are your thoughts on when you start to get humidity or water gathering on the inside of your glass inside the house? And it's really cold outside.
It means it means it's hotter inside than it is outside, is what it means. That's what creates that. So that also means that your glass is colder than inside, right?
Yes. The glass is definitely usually this happens more on single pane than dual pane, because that single pane is susceptible to that cold on the outside more.
I would say just open a window.
Great advice.
Is that it? I wouldn't. Is there a fan of some sort that you buy that can take care of that kind of thing?
Absolutely. Look at you hitting all the key main issues. Fan, open a window. You want air circulation. So when you have a humid environment, it's because you have a closed off environment. Mm-hmm. You constantly want to have air exchanges, and when you have an air conditioner, the air conditioner or the furnace is also exchanging the air inside and out. And air conditioners specifically dehumidify a space because that also makes it feel cooler when you don't have humidity. Mm-hmm. If you're on the East Coast and it's fucking 100% humidity but 87, that feels way worse than mm-hmm. 87. Yeah. I don't have that. So air circulation is a big issue. So, one of the things I suggested is you got to crack some windows during different parts of the day, open up some doors. That furnace fan needs to get going. You don't have to heat or cool the house, but turn on the fan. Everyone has a setting on their thermostat where you can just have the fan going. You can also buy dehumidifiers, and it's got a fan unit, and it basically conditions the air in a way that it takes moisture out of the air. But it's not uncommon. Just like if you have a cold glass, you got a glass of ice water, you set it down in a warm room, it just beads up on the outside. Mm-hmm. Because that's going to collect the moisture. It's going to draw the moisture out of the air, and then it's going to slide down the side. So yeah,
those are your answers, Jocelyn. Either open your window, buy a dehumidifier, get your furnace fixed, or move.
Yeah. You get along with your sister?
I love my sister. I love my sister. She's a dick, but I get along with her. No, she is a great person, and she deserves a better brother than I am.
All right, well, work on that. Okay. Sarah Newberger writes.
Fuck you, Sarah. The bird.
She started with "fuck you, Ian."
Did she?
Then it said, "No."
I wouldn't be surprised. The Berg.
Okay, this one's real straightforward.
Okay.
What can I do to prevent birds from launching themselves at my windows at full speed and offing themselves?
Holy shit!
Apparently they're mad. Somebody's done something to
quit putting bird seed on your tits. Sorry. I don't know. I know there are some places that they have those problems, and I've never heard of the resolution. So, I'm going to hand this over to Michael. Michael?
I think I wrote back first, put a picture of Ian in the window.
That's funny.
So that
Scarecrow.
was one.
I'm a little scarecrow. Right. That'll be me scaring them off. It'll work. Get a big head of me. Put it in the window. That'll keep criminals away.
Right.
Too.
So I think she agreed that would be the best one. But scarecrow is the theme of this. I know that a lot of times when you want birds to stay away from your house, you put an owl or a hawk figurine that's lifelike on your house. So if you post up, you mount one that has good line of sight from all the trees where the birds are hanging out before they off themselves at your house.
Question: does she live in a house or a high rise?
I don't know. I'm assuming a house.
Would you do the same thing?
Yeah, bird of prey. I would put a bird of some sort of realistic looking bird of prey wherever they're attacking, or suicide.
Put that English guy Eddie the Eagle out front.
There you go. Right? They'd know that.
They'd know that. They'd know he's an eagle. So the answer is a bird of prey. Some sort of bird of prey that scares people off. Some cares and makes birds not go towards her.
Or Ann Coulter.
What do you think? What do you? Or Ann Coulter. I didn't say scare everyone.
That's right.
Why do they go into windows though? Is it a reflection?
I just don't think they see them. I think when they don't perceive
they think it's an open area for them to fly.
Yeah, I mean, keep your windows dirty. They probably won't smash into them.
Quit cleaning your house.
But
you're fucking free.
Yeah, I don't really know. I assume it's just because they don't perceive
quit cutting
it.
up Ritalin and cleaning everything. That's the show, my friends. We're gonna wrap this up today. Today is we do this on Tuesday. It comes out Saturdays. Tomorrow is Halloween. I will see you this weekend in Irvine, Michael.
That's right. I'm coming to see you on Saturday.
Maybe Renee and Chris might drop by. You can meet them face to face. I'll ask them. But Chris doesn't like to drive more than 7 minutes from his house. He's kind of a weird guy like that. He's got.
Well, Renee will pick him up on his dirt.
On his
Renee
dirt
will
bike.
Dirt bike.
All the way down.
Get a couple 250s.
Down on the 405. Doing a wheelie half the way as soon as they get to Studebaker.
Fuck yeah. The unsung heroes of this show. Yeah, come on Saturday,
fantastic. Guys. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I hope you learned something. Any questions you have, make sure you send them in. Follow Michael on Kindertrump. Follow me on Ianbagg.com. This is my only podcast now. So you've got my 100% attention, America. You know what? I'm a bird. I need a fucking thing of prey on top of that light because I'm not even looking at the camera. I'm looking beside it at the fucking light. We're done here. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. From Ian Bagg and Michael Benedetto. Enjoy your evening.
See ya.
Bye, dicks.